Hello everybody, welcome to my extra channel, and today I will be talking through how I made my 500 subscriber special. So here we go. Right, so when I was probably just surpassing around 420 subscribers, I decided on the idea that I had to somehow think of a 500 subscriber special. So I came up with a script for it and a storyline and everything, and I wrote it. But it wasn't until I was at about probably 480 subscribers before I actually started worrying about I have got to make this, I've got to actually make it real. So I had a long think about how I was going to use everything and what I was going to do. Now the process was very simple since I basically rushed the entire video, not going to lie. That's why at points it's not particularly great. But, you know, I got it done, and here's basically how. So the filming itself probably took about a week in total. Well, I had online school and stuff, so I had a lot of stuff in between, but I got it done eventually. And the first scenes I filmed were the scenes downstairs. Now, with the knife, I actually used a real kitchen knife, and obviously I dressed myself up in a costume using a mask and wigs and whatever else I had lying around, like my dad's coat, for example. And I made that look like how Mr. Tube was going to look. Now I did my lines actually wearing the mask, which did indeed muffle my voice a bit, but I did a bit of audio adjustment and now you can kind of hear him better than you would be able to normally. And for bits like this and this where I had to actually physically touch him, I just put my brother in the mask and the coat. We actually filmed them bits first because my brother's not a big fan of filming, so because I'm a nice person, I just did them bits first, and it worked. The transitions, you can't honestly tell which parts are me and Joseph, except for when you actually see us in the same shot together. Of course, there were minor difficulties with this scene, such as time and stuff, and they were like, you're using our entire living room, like, what on earth are you doing? You're spending too long. I was like, mate, just leave me alone and I'll do it in my own time. Also, the picture used outside to represent YouTube headquarters, that's an actual screenshot of the YouTube headquarters in, I think, Australia, I think it is. Yeah, that's an actual picture of an official YouTube headquarters. I just edited it a little bit to get some stuff out of the way of it and to change a few bits. But it basically looks the same, you can't notice any of my changes. Okay, so the next scene I filmed would have been the outdoor scene where I used my dad as a security guard. Now this bit was really easy and straightforward, but oh my god, the dogs were barking. Like, here's some actual footage of dogs barking. Where Mr. Oh, for flip's sake, can you shut up? Dog. Yeah, miss. Something important. Need one. Yeah, I had to deal with a lot going on, right? Okay, so of course the rest of it, like the indoor bits, were just filmed in my bedroom. About the looking at my channel being terminated and stuff, that was all done using MS Paint. I just edited the photos to look like I had actually been terminated. And I think I did a semi-decent job. And again, for saying that I had 500 subscribers, I hadn't reached for 500 at that point. I was at like 496 or something, so I had to edit it and hope that it looked good, and it actually did, because I remember I sent it as a screenshot to my friend and he actually thought I'd hit 500 subscribers, but then I had to tell him it was fake and it was used for my 500 subscriber special. He was genuinely about to congratulate me and everything he said. Okay, so by far the hardest scene to film would have been the actual scene where I fight Mr. Tube. Now, I tried to film as much as possible without my brother, but that proved very difficult. There wasn't much to film without him. So a lot of it was literally me just like telling him, where's this, you're filming. Now this scene probably took around half hour to film, and I very much rushed it to make sure that my brother didn't get annoyed with me, because he hates filming, as I've said before. But with the actual room, I had to completely move everything, and it was so much effort. Like, these are a guitar and a bass amp. I had to move them myself. I had to move like the entire shelf out the way. I had to get every wire, and I'm convinced that I put some of them back in the wrong place as well. Still probably gonna have to deal with that. And you know, then I had to like fight my brother basically and make it look real, but I had to be fake, like we couldn't end up actually hurting each other. But I think overall we did a pretty good job, and I quite enjoyed my 500 subscriber special. There are many things I would change about it, but I don't know. A lot of my fans seem to like it, judging by the like-dislike ratio. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed learning about how I created it, and goodbye!